Hey guys, welcome in. Happy Tarot Tuesday. Let's go ahead and get an energy check in for the week to see where it is that we need to focus our energy. And then I am going to do a sound bath based on what chakra cards we pull here. Let's go ahead and just get a quick shuffle. Now, when I was contemplating on what the reading is supposed to be for today, for Tarot Tuesday, I was kind of cleaning up my area and I was brought to this binder, which is something that my grandmother gave me yesterday when I went and saw her. My grandmother is 84 years old, and I went and took her and all of my babies over there so she could see her great grandbabies. And she gave me that, and it is my parents' wedding album, and it is such a vibe. My mom will get so mad if I show it to all of you guys, but like, check this out, okay? Such a vibe. Okay, anyways. So as I was moving that and I was, trying to get into a meditative space on where it is we needed to focus our energy for today, what came to me is remembering where you came from. And also, like how far, your roots, your ancestors, because what popped in my head, and it's like, if that day that's documented in this photo album didn't happen, I wouldn't be here today. Like, I wouldn't be here making this video. You wouldn't be here watching this video. So the fact that all of these things aligned, just so cool though, right? Okay. Anyways, super cool. But also like seeing your ancestors, okay, your elders and everything else. What was coming to me was to just kind of like pause for a moment and just look at how far you've come before you jump into anything else, or you headway said, steadfast for the new year towards this goal or this goal or this goal. Take a look at where you were like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever it is, depending on how old you are watching this. I have an uncle who gave me some good advice one time, and he was like, I like to think about it in context of 10-year increments, like what happened in this 10 years, what happened in this 10 years. And he says that that's kind of like how he reflects back on his life. And my grandma, her advice to me all the time, just take life day by day. Anyways, just take it day by day. But I think it's important to remember that as you are taking your life day by day, you're actually, I think the message I'm being drawn to is you're actually taking up good chunks of time. Reflect back on, what did you do within this time frame? What did you do within this time frame? What did you do within this time frame? And then allow that to guide you on what you want to do with this next time frame. I love that, actually. Almost like timeline journaling. Let's write that down. So you can see how far on your journey you've come. So I would honestly recommend doing journaling on it. Also, as I was cleaning up, I found my pearl clip, and I'm being reminded of like perseverance, resilience, but also alchemy, but turning turning an irritant into something beautiful. So perhaps where over the last 10 years, 5 years, year, if you're doing yearly time setting, we are in the beginning of January when I'm filming this, but taking stock of what things were or irritants or seemed like they were things things that shouldn't have been there, irritating things that you had to attack, because a pearl is made from its immune system attacking the... Okay, my phone is low on memory, so I have to just make sure that I have enough time space so I know where I'm at. Anyways, my point is the pearl is actually made from, if it's an immune response due to like dirt or an irritant getting into the oyster. So it's actually covered in this like calcium deposit that turns into this beautiful pearl in order to keep it safe, to keep its, you know, vital organs safe away from this piece of dirt, this irritant that came into its shell. So what has come into your shell, into your life that originally was an irritant, but you were actually able to alchemize into something so beautiful? I love that. Okay. So yeah, remembering where you came from. That's what our reading's about. Let's go ahead and just get an energy pull for the week. What do you guys think about doing the sound bath at the end to kind of relax and set in the reading a little bit instead of before? I like doing it for cleansing, but I always cleanse my area before I record anyways, so let's try it this time. And if you guys like it, you let me know. Okay, where do we need to focus our energy for this week? Let's see. Where do we need to focus our energy for this week? We've got the crown chakra. Okay, we've got the crown chakra. I know I am one with source. My divine connection is crystal clear without interference. And then we've got the throat chakra. I speak abundance over my life, being intentional and selective with the words and thoughts I communicate to myself and others about my abundance. And we've got the heart chakra. I love living from my heart space, and I embrace the beauty of the present moment. Okay. Love it. Let me just go ahead and pull these down here so I have them. And my lights are already on green, so I think we're good to go. Just pause for my timestamp, right? Okay. Well, you guys want to come in a little bit closer? Let's see here. Oh no. Anyways, yeah, remembering where you came from. Like, even if you're not where you want to be at right now, perhaps a while ago it was where you wanted to be at, you know, where you are and what you have now may just be what your dream was, you know, 5-10 years ago. Are you living in an actualized dream already? I hope so. If not, do some goal setting and think about what were your past goals? What did you achieve? Even if you didn't achieve it, what did you learn from trying to go forth with that? Okay, because lessons are everything. The journey is everything. It's not actually the destination. It's the journey. Okay. So, what tarot do we want to use? I'm going to use this one today. Remembering where you came from and how far your roots and your ancestors. All right, what do we need to know? Let's find out. All right, what do we need to know about remembering where we came from? Let's get a tarot layout here. Let's do a past, present, future for Tarot Tuesday. Let's do the classic 3. I almost never pulled for that. Let's do that. past, present, future. So we can see where it is we came from. Okay, we can remember where it is we came from, and we can see where we are presently, and then we're aiming to go in the future. Like that. Okay. It's been a while since I used this deck. I feel like I gotta infuse it. Let's see. This deck's beautiful, by the way. It's James Yen, and it's a panoramic deck, and all the suits connect together. I love it. I think this one's the Prima Visions one, but he also has a Mirror Visions one that, like, it's one of the dialectic decks that change. So cool. Anyways, okay, for our past, for our present, oh, okay, for our future. Listen, how cool. Okay, so we got the Prismatic Toad, which is actually a rare one that's in here. It's a traditional tarot deck, but this is actually the 179th card that has its own definition. Okay, perfect. We're on. I've got some more memory cleared. You need to clear some space. Okay, let's dive into this. So our past, our present, and our future to remember how far we have come. I want a deck as a clarifier. And I want to pull an oracle, but I'm not sure which one. I think I'm going to pull this one here. Lots of blue. Blue's a vibe. Okay. Hermit and the Ace of Wands on the split of the deck. They do say that it is the year of the Hermit because it's a year 9. So there could be some sort of creative passion igniting this year, or a new passion. Okay, what are we looking at in the past? Wheel of Fortune and the 6 of Swords, Judgment, 10 of Swords, and the Prismatic Toad. Now, these ones are actually in reverse, and what I'm picking up from this is that in the past, it's almost like you're stuck, like there was no movement. 6 of Swords is all about moving away, and the Wheel of Fortune is obviously, you know, like the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Judgment is your present. And I love this because, look, your present has like a wheel in it, like a portal, right? It's like you're walking through a portal, but in the Rider-Waite Tarot, Judgment is like waking up to your purpose. So you could really be waking up to your purpose, which is actually par on par for the daily reading that I did for today. So the future, we've got the 10 of Swords and the Prismatic Toad. Again, with like the portal coloring, it almost is like there's whatever magic you're infusing into this path that you're forging forward, this door that you're opening, is like the magic that's bringing about some sort of ending in the future. I want to read what the Prismatic Toad is because I just don't know off the top of my head. He's the unique one in this deck. Oh, there he is. Okay. A plump little toad plops itself right in front of your path. As you stare at the Prismatic Toad, you begin to realize that it might be the most wonderful little thing you have seen in your whole entire life. The closer you get, the more obsessed you become with your new slimy friend. If you've pulled the Prismatic Toad in the reading, it might be that you got a little too close with something that you didn't intend to get so wrapped up in. New things can be intoxicating and alluring, so much that we can become obsessed and forget about the other important things around us. Don't let the toad become your whole world. There are other things of value just within reach. Interesting. And that's bringing about an ending. And usually the Ten of Swords is like a painful ending. What's great about this deck is he actually like kind of drew everything. So his artwork is phenomenal in here, and it has a lot of interesting symbolism. So the toad, I can definitely see where it's being hypnotic and kind of sucked into something. So are you going to get sucked into something that brings about a painful ending in the future? I don't think so. I almost like sense that the present moment is the way out, because over here there's stuck energy, right? The wheel is not turning over here, and you are not getting on your ship and, you know, making your way down the river. And in the future, we've got the Ten of Swords and the prismatic toad. So maybe it's because you were so caught up in something that you couldn't see your way through, but maybe the magic that you infuse in it is the portal, is the way through. Maybe that is the way through. So that way the toad, because it's like, I'm getting reminded of like the, you know, the ones in like South America where you lick them and they're like, and you like fry or whatever. That I hear it's a thing people do. I've personally never licked a toad in my life, and I absolutely do not recommend you do that. This is obviously for entertainment purposes. Don't fucking lick frogs. Anyways, getting sidetracked here. Your own magic and essence that you're bringing to the situation is your way out, and it is your defense against the intoxicating energy. Whatever it is to you, it's something that is like, the ending of it could be painful because it could be something that you are entraveled with so badly, you know. It could be a relationship dynamic. Some people are, you know, like intoxicating or whatever. It could be something like that, and it's like actually not like a healthy, you know, relationship. Maybe it's like one of those very like lustful ones, and something like that. And maybe you couldn't get away in the past, but now you can get away. Use your discernment on what it actually is. However, I'm going to pull clarifiers and see, because it's going to be different for everyone in the collective. But there's some sort of situation that was keeping you stuck in the past. Right now, you're standing right before a threshold, and you can walk through this door to end this intoxicating situation, whatever it is that's pulling you in. You can choose to walk through that door and do so in a way that is of your own essence, that will protect you from getting sucked in too far. I'm also thinking like black hole, into the abyss. Like, you don't want to accidentally like trip, you know, you want to like walk in and hug the wall when you get in, you know what I'm saying? Like, hug the wall. Can we get a clarifier on what judgment? Like, where it's judgment's usually like a call to action, a wake up, you know, it's a pivotal moment. Are you going to walk through the door? Or are you not going to walk through the door? So what is it? Okay, so yeah, what is the situation for our Tarot Tuesday, remembering where we came from? Ooh, maybe it's remembering where we need to go. I'm just thinking of Jeffrey Bezos. Look where you came from. Look at you now. Anyway. And then the bottom of this deck energy, we now have we have the Six of Wands and the Eight of Swords. So some sort of victory, you know, like coming in hot. You have to decide to walk through, though. What is this situation? It could be something that seems like a conflict. It could be a conflict, okay? Maybe you got to start some shit to get some shit. I don't know. Yeah. You're like evaluating what boat to get on. What is this? What is this judgment in our present moment? We have right here. I love living from my heart space and I embrace the beauty of the present moment. So there's a high emphasis on the present moment this week. What is it that you can do in the present moment? I speak abundance over my life, being intentional and selective with the words and thoughts I communicate to myself and others about my abundance. You could be being stuck in some sort of financial situation and you finally see a way out because you're able to use that magic, that essence of yours. I know I am one with source. My divine connection is crystal clear without interference. Oh my goodness, look. When I read that, I split to the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, which is almost like divine communication. Swords is all about, communication generally. But it's be like speaking a truth that will bring about in a 10 of Pentacles. So, okay. Tell me about this judgment. What are we being asked to do in this present moment? King of Wands. Judgment. Okay. Yeah, thanks. And the Chariot. You're being encouraged to move forward with some sort of like creative endeavor. A seed that you planted perhaps a long time ago. And maybe you've been disappointed about in the past. You've been in your feelings about it. You couldn't see your way out. Okay. Because you didn't have a good enough strategy to get you to this 10 of Pentacles. For your judgment, all you have to do is just move forward with what it is. I'm not sure what it is. It's obviously going to be different for everybody else, but what is it that you're trying to do? Let's just see what this guidebook says for judgment, because I'm curious, actually. Judgment. A door swings open to reveal the spiraling, multicolored vortex that lies beyond it. Your present surroundings are a calm, deep blue, serene, but silent and wistful as a midnight mist. The overabundant rainbow vortex seeping in from the other world offers welcome change of pace. The swirling mist beckons you in. Of course, crossing the threshold into the unknown will be daunting. The end of a journey can always be sad, but it is time to make a matter-of-fact decisions and decide if where you are now is worth stagnating in the face of resplendent rejuvenation. Yeah, move. You're being called to action. You're being called to action into some sort of ending. I want to get like a future. Okay. So that's what you're being called to do. Let's get one actually an oracle for it. For the present moment. What are we being asked to do in the present moment? We're obviously being asked to move forward. Be moving forward with our purpose, perhaps. I see judgment really as like a wake-up call, a wake up to your purpose. Yeah, that is so interesting. Okay, whoa, two of them. A man holding a heart and victory. Okay, so I mean, it could legitimately be some sort of love thing. Maybe move forward with making some sort of offer or something. That could very well could be it, but it also could be something that you love to do. And the masculine with the love could be representing building something that you love concretely in this world. You got to think feminine energy is kind of like being receiving the ideas, alchemizing it, kind of seeing what is what. Masculine is taking that action in the real practical world, like the King of Wands. It is fire, it is action. Okay, you're being asked to move. Okay, move forward with whatever it is that you love. You're gonna have your victory. Okay, please clarify for me the future. The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so it could be the Ace of Pentacles is the last pentacle from the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is like you built yourself up, and this is like the final pentacle from God that gives you like your legacy pentacles, that brings you to your Ten of Pentacles, which is your like ultimate generational wealth. You know, like you've got the castle, you've got the family generational, right? Remember bringing us back to our ancestors and how far you came, how much further it is that you came from perhaps maybe your childhood. Okay, where were you at in your childhood versus where you're at now? What have you been building? Are you working towards your legacy of it? Page of Swords. Okay, this fell out right here. There can be some communication coming in soon about this judgment energy in your present. Keep a lookout. Okay, this one. The King of Pentacles. Yeah. I was really picking up on some sort of entrepreneurial. So I think what it is that could be holding you back, the intoxicating, as a mindset behavior, perhaps from like living in poverty and thinking that you can't actually move these wheels, you can't actually make all this money, but you're like being encouraged that you can, you just need to take this action. You know, the difference is between people who are successful and people that are not successful is the people who are not successful don't even try. Okay, if you try and you fail, that's cool. It's better than not like trying at all, right? At least like you tried a little bit. Okay, so try. You're being encouraged to, in the future, follow this entrepreneurial, right? And it starts by taking action now. Oh, look, this one popped out. Yeah, and then you can rest, okay? You can rest. Rest easy, Jenna. The reading is done. Yeah, it's time to get to work, okay, for whatever it is that you are working on. The Star, let others, like see, okay? I'm thinking like, of course, like stardom, but also the Star is a card of healing. Think of how much you've healed. You've healed these limiting beliefs to where they no longer bar you. You can walk on into that door, okay? Just like in the original right here. You get to step out of the grave into your new life. You are awoken, risen up by the angels and protected on this path to just move forward. I love that. Okay. Let's get one final oracle for some advice. Remembering where you came from. Yeah, really take stock of where it is that you came from, where it is you are now, where it is you want to go. Because right now, the energy in this present moment is very fiery. I can feel it in my like solar plexus. It's like, right? But our chakras were our throat, our heart, and our crown. So really speaking from the heart, and also knowing like where you are connected into your divinity, right? Okay. And communicate in such a way that allows you to speak your heart and it allows you to speak your divinity, because that's the limiting belief that you could possibly have, is that you can't do that. And I promise you that you can. And when you do that, when you do put in that work, that's when you're going to bring in your Ace of Pentacles, your King of Pentacles, your entrepreneurial, and your bigger wins. Just keep going forward. Okay, let's get some final advice here, please. Anxiety in the reverse. Yeah, release the worry about it. Are you worried about it? Oh, you're worried about it, huh, friend? Oh, yes, Healer of the Ages in the Temple Path. Yeah, and it's normal to be worried about taking a new path and, talking about all the healing that you've done, or even doing the healing work in the first place. It's a little daunting. It really is. But you're really being encouraged to step forward with it. I'll get one more message here. The Thinking Woman and the Woman Holding a Coin. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And the Man holding a coin. Okay. This could be definitely about uniting your feminine and your masculine to focus and think on how it is you can alchemize your money. There's a lot more that you can do than you give yourself credit for. So much to the point where you may not even be willing to try. It's time to try, okay? Trying to put forth that action, and I want to say like speak forward, but know that like when you speak about, yeah, right here, when you I'm being intentional and selective with the words and thoughts I communicate to myself and my others about my abundance. So what you're speaking over your abundance is what you're speaking over your abundance. It's what you're casting over it. You know, words are spells you cast with them. So be very mindful of that and make sure that what you're speaking of comes from the heart or it comes from the divine. Don't allow anything else in right now. Yeah, storm warning. Don't allow anything else in right now because it's just going to dirty up your waters. And right now, you are on this path. You might be nervous about it. Just release the worry. I know it's been intoxicating. It's been hard. It's possibly going to leave about it's the end of a painful cycle is what this is. And look at how his stuff is kind of like a wheel too, right? Just like the Wheel of Fortune. It's like the cycle. Well, the wheel is turning and it's like it's finally ended. This is not in the reverse. This is in the upright position, which means it's finally ended. And it's okay to rest after this. Oh, look, I didn't even notice the strength card popping out right here. He's in reverse, so like a surrendering is what I'm getting. Surrender to the process. And this week for Tarot Tuesday, think about how it is that you can, you know, our final advice, how it is you can unite your feminine and your masculine energies within yourself. Really think about that. And it's going to help you alchemize into something in this material world. Whether that is money or some other tangible item, because pentacles are abundance. Okay, my friends, that is our reading for our Tarot Tuesday. If you want to stick around, I'm actually going to do a sound bath with these 3 chakras bowls. So we're going to vibe out to that. I just need to clear a little bit of space, and I'm just going to pause to give myself my timestamp. Okay. You might want to adjust your volume, but this will allow you as like a weekly Tarot Tuesday calibration session, get in some nice sound healing to help you really immerse in these energies. So that way you can really think about what action it is you're taking forward. Really think about how far it is that you came, all of that. Okay? I invite you to close your eyes and maybe meditate a little bit. Maybe grab a pen and piece of paper to journal anything from this reading or from any meditation you get here. But enjoy. And if you don't stay all the way to the end, I appreciate all the support. Definitely like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And here we go. I know I am one with Source. My divine connection is crystal clear, without interference. I love living from my heart space, and I embrace the beauty of the present moment. I speak abundance over my life, being intentional and selective with the words and thoughts I communicate to myself and others about my abundance. Bye. Make it a great week.